Hello people, my name is Rage, and let's talk progression systems. A game like Overwatch lives or dies on its progression system, and with the return of the beta, we know the full scope of what's gonna be, or I suppose not gonna be, keeping you playing Overwatch. Now, while this is using Overwatch as a frame of reference, by no means are we gonna entirely focus on it. I wanna have a little bit of a discussion, though first, due to a couple of big distractions, 1 second. There we go, much better. Alright, back to the focusing. So, the thing is, with an FPS game where it's back and forth team matches, you're gonna get to a point where you're like, I've played every hero, I've seen all the maps, I've done all the modes to death, and that probably takes 10 hours to 20 hours of gameplay for your average Overwatcher. And then at that point, you're thinking, yeah, I like the game, I do, but I want something to work towards. I want something to really give me that sense of, yes, I got the thing. And yes, it's definitely a noble sentiment to say, simply play the game for fun. I mean, that's what we're doing. And while I do agree with that to a certain point, we are in a day and age where honestly, it's fair to say that simply isn't enough. Imagine Hearthstone, where you started with every card in the game. Let's ignore the monetary implications of that for a second. It certainly would be a more fair and balanced playing field, but I think it intrinsically would be a lot less satisfying, because there is that certain thrill when you get that pack that you've earned or bought, you open it, you see that golden outline, you hear the "Wah! Legendary!" lovely tones from the innkeeper caress your ears, and then you have your shiny brand new legendary that was awesome to open, and then you immediately disenchant it and craft Octoboom. And there's something really cool about that actual progress path, that seeing the shiny new card that you have worked towards as opposed to just being handed for free, here you go, have a play. And I think without that, Hearthstone would be a lot lesser of an experience. So how are we going to translate that to Overwatch? Well, Overwatch's system is quite honestly one of the most multifaceted, all bases covered progression system I think I've ever seen, and whether that's a good or a bad thing, well, remains to be seen. But from what I've seen, I don't know what I'm doing with the word seen, it's fine. I think there's a lot of potential here. I think Blizzard may have actually nailed it first time, which is an astounding sentence to say. The only downside is there a hefty amount of RNG involved. So how is this gonna throw down then? Well, at the end of every game you play, no matter the hero you play, you gain experience. So you don't have to level up a particular hero, you just level up your account. Now, all that leveling up does is simply every time you complete a level, you get a loot box. And a loot box, like a card pack, like a crate in CSGO, like a crate in H1Z1, or in Dota, etc., you have a chance to get a cosmetic item in it. Now, these loot boxes have at least one rare or above, very much like Hearthstone packs, and you get more than one per box. So you do have this moment of, oh, what am I gonna get? But before we delve into the loot boxes themselves, let's actually have a look at what we're after here, because let's be honest, no matter how compelling the system is, if the end rewards are less appealing than a skunk after a week of no showering, well, we're not going to be bothered about it, are we? So let's have a look at the gallery. So here we are then, on the hero gallery, every single Overwatch hero and their beautiful faces, except Roadhog. I mean, seriously, I'm just saying, he's not going to win any contest, which is fine, because he's probably already killed everyone in the room. Either way, as you can see, we got 0 out of a number unlocks per character. So say I open a loot crate and I get 4 tracer items, we're now on 4 out of 69. Okay, I suppressed the urge to delve into 12-year-olds' immaturity levels. We're good. Damn it came back! So you may be thinking, how is there so many? Well, obviously there's skins. Skins are easy, skins are expected, we like skins. Cosmetic only across the board because we don't want stat boosting items in a competitive environment. That's going to form a very unfair and frustrating experience for a lot of players. So, you open a loot crate and 4 items pop out, and you get assigned them to whichever one you happen to get. So let's say we go on Tracer, and I got an emote, a voice line, and 2 sprays. I then work towards those unlocks. So, the sprays then, this one I want to go on straight away, because it's very cool. The sprays are shared between a lot of the characters, and there are a few individual to the characters, but there is quite a lot of shared ones, and quite literally, you can tag every battlefield that you play on in Overwatch, and there's something very compelling about that. It gives me kind of Gmod vibes, where everyone constantly puts their tag everywhere, except in this game, we're not gonna have half-naked anime girls covering everything, because you have to choose from the pre-existing ones, and I do think that is pretty neat, because especially with Goldshire Pictures, which in my opinion sounds like what would happen if a adult industry popped up in Azeroth, but we're not going to worry about that. And it's cool, isn't it? I mean, you're going to be happy going round and just covering walls in respect me. That's pretty damn fantastic. So, yeah, we've got the sprays going on. And then, obviously, as I said, we've got your skins. And in typical Blizzard fashion, we're having them divided up by your rarities. We've got your blues, we've got your epics, and we've got your legendaries. So blues generally alter a single colour on the outfit. Pink, purple, green, blue. Easy. Then you've got the epics, which effectively do a complete re-colour scheme, such as gold and white. We've got the green and black, looks pretty neat. And then the legendary ones are the what you imagine when you hear skins, the complete change of the character, different models, and a different aesthetic. In Tracer's case, I guess some people might like that. This one's pretty cool. It looks like a futuristic sports suit, which is kind of nice. And then that one's pretty neat. And what I will say, if we just take a moment to admire them, is that the skins themselves are absolutely, beautifully, unbelievably well done. I have to give incredible props here to Blizzard, because they have really done a phenomenal job. Like, the skins really make you want to earn them. They seriously do. I would love to go around all the characters and show you what up, but what more do you need than El Blanco, the Reaper? I mean, look at him! He's gonna kill you so softly, and then strum you a nice little eulogy as he walks away. And you know what? That makes it all right. So you may be looking at the number next to the skins and thinking, well, what's that then? Surely that's what you purchased them with, so what are you talking about unlocking them? Well, this is where the compound nature of the progression system comes in. Every item you get from these loot crates, which we're finally going to have a little pop at. So let's actually open our loot crates then, so you can see how this works. I've been saving all the ones I've earned in the reopening of the beta, so let's do this thing! Boom! Is that not pretty fantastic? Like, you need some when you open a crate full of stuff, you know, you want the actual experience to be something in of itself. You want to feel like, like shiny Pandora's box opening light in your face when you open it. You want it to be an experience. And it very much is right now. You get the explosion, you see the loot hologram discs in the air, you see the colours, so you know what rarities you've got, but you don't know what you've got yet, and then there's the second excitement as they land, and it's a real emotional roller coaster, and that's what it needs to be. The opening of the cases is very satisfying. So we have a voice line and then 3 sprays. Not the luckiest one in the world, really. And, come on! Oh, That's pretty good. A victory pose, and we actually got a skin for Mercy. That's very, very nice. Alright then, our final box. Here we go. Boom! Oh, an even less lucky box. God damn it. Alright, so that in essence is how it works. Very, very simple, and then it easily points you to where you've got skins. So let's actually have a look at the one new skin we got, the Celestial, a sort of blue and purple color change for Mercy. So I guess, yeah, we may as well put that on. So then, say you've got a load of skins which you just don't care about, which you just really don't want in any sense of the word. Or, for example, you get duplicates that you don't care about. What you can do is effectively disenchant them into this currency you see at the top right. And then once you get the amount that you need, i.e. 250 for these emotes, you can specifically purchase them. Now, this is where the system may fall down. This is definitely where it might go wrong, because if you get a tiny amount and have to spend ages getting that one skin that you want, it's gonna feel a little bit disheartening, but I guess on the flip side, all the more exciting when you finally get it. So, there's definitely two arguments to be made there. And then finally, you've got all of that, you've got the look, you've got the satisfying opening of boxes, you've got a level system that fuels all this tied into the actual playing of the game, you've got a disenchanting system as a guarantee if you get unlucky for too long. It all is good. And then of course, on top of everything, you have eventually the ability to just buy specifically the skin, pose, etc. that you want if you don't want to run the system. And altogether, assuming the number balance is right, the amount you get for disenchanting, the price of everything, how often you get a crate, assuming the fine-tuning is there, I actually feel like this might be one of the most comprehensively, effectively awesome progression systems just going. And that is pretty cool. I'm very excited to see how it ends up. So we also have ourselves some highlight epic introductions here, which are just fantastic. Like, they are just so well done. I think one of my favorite ones has to be Mercy's, and it is the Battle Angel. Look at this. It just is so cool. You have these for every single hero, and it's just, they've done a wonderful job, and a variety and compelling level of cosmetics. They really have. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. I really wanted to discuss it and tell you guys about it, because I really feel like it's quite cool, and a system I could see adopted and changed slightly in many other games. It really looks to be nail on the head for what it needs to be in a FPS compelling progression. So I'm pretty happy with it. Let me know what you guys think. Any concerns, anything I've not shared, any games you think have a better system or similar. I'd love to have a discussion going with you. But as long as I said the numbers remain correct, I can see people playing for a long time just to get those sweet boxes and get the sweet skins that they want. The only thing I would add is I think there should be individual hero levels, and I think they should borrow from Heroes of the Storm a little bit and have a mastery skin. So say you've played 20 hours of Widowmaker, you get a Master Widowmaker skin that you just earn by simply playing, that you can't buy or find in crates, just if you want to be like, I am a good Widowmaker player. I think that is the final cherry on top that should be added to really seal the deal on this. I think what I love about it is it appeals to all facets. It's got everything going for it. It really has. They've somehow managed to make pack opening work in an FPS, and that's impressive. My name has been Rage. Like if you've enjoyed this random discussion-y one-off video, and subscribe for more. Goodbye.